Now, this episode felt very, very important to me. And not just the characters, but our society as a whole, especially even with the American society, probably as the world itself. And that is with standards within our goals, standards with our achievements. You know, how much must we lower the bars, the expectations, just to help somebody else out? And in this episode, and I feel like this season is really going to focus on the freshmen of this year. It's going to focus on Kinako. It's going to focus on Mei, Shiki, of course, Natsumi, and our original cast members are just going to be, the senpais, the ones everyone looks up to. They'll have their moments that will really be more focused on these new characters. That's what Superstar is going to do. So I guess they're having new people coming in, but they're trying to reach those expectations that they see in their senpais. Like, I gotta reach that mountain. I gotta go where they're on. I gotta be on their level. And as you see, Kinaka just having a terrible time. She's in a way probably doing worse than Cuckoo was on her first try. Cuckoo, she couldn't do anything. She would get tired all the time. She would get seasick. Cuckoo was just a freaking, she was a mess. She had a passion, but my lord, that girl O'Neill stretched them legs. So she was like the one of the last stamina out of all of them in season one. But as you can see now, she can keep up. She has her stamina. She's been training, and because of that training, her body's become adjusted to that. Since her body's adjusted to that, she can compete with the best of them. And the best one is Chisato, Chichan. But now with this new person, Hinako, it's different. She really can't keep up when it comes to the exercise, the running, the jogging. And they're doing anything they can to even spare her feelings. They're even trying to adjust the schedule for her. And of course, we have the outside character, Shiki, trying to make a deal with her, saying, okay, I help you into the Idol Club. Now help me try to convince May to get into the Idol Club, because May is a freaking tsundere. And I'll be honest with you, tsunderes in real life seem to be a pain in the ass to deal with. Like, oh my god, just be honest with yourself. I don't think I can deal with tsundere in real life. I'm like, bitch, man, you're just wasting my time. A guy tsundere is different from a girl tsundere. Big difference. But I'm not going to be on that topic. But mainly, you're hearing the rumors of the other girls, like that they were close to being Love Live. They came in second place last season. So even with that, it's still very impressive. So especially going against a very professional school idol group. So they have those expectations, those standards extremely high for everybody else. Everybody like, oh man, we can't compete with them. The other people they just sing and probably dance and stuff, but the idols, you're doing everything. You gotta create the costumes, create the music, do the lyrics, all of that stuff. It is not easy. You got no one doing it for you but yourself. It comes probably out of your pocket. And here comes lawnmowers. Like, really? That's what these things were. They used to be like one every Thursday out of the week. Now it's just random days, man. You don't even know when they're coming out. But anyways, off topic of that. They're saying like, oh man, they're practicing. You're seeing Kinako, she's doing that PE and she's already exhausted. And they're like, oh, the girls like, oh, they have you practicing all the time. They seem to be really tough on you. They have this outside view, where they see Lilia as this very tough group. It's not easy being a school idol, and they're probably like boot camp or something. But she's trying to convince them, no, that's not it. It's just that this is just what they do to be the best. So people don't understand because they're not there to actually witness it. They're just only seeing the performance. So that being said, they even try, change schedule. Like, okay, we'll stop doing these amount of days. We're trying to we're too hard on everybody, and we're trying to get more people in because they want more people in. But however, it's impossible because everyone else sees that as, oh man, it's too much. It's too much to do. So they're like, okay, we'll lower the schedule. We'll do it on this certain hours. Practice will be this certain amount of minutes and stuff. And as you can see, the ones that've been there, the original cast, when it stopped early, they're getting up early, like, oh that's right, there's no practice today, or there's no running today. And then when they're doing the stretches and the dance practice, and you're like, that's it. And you're like, I feel like they barely warmed up. Their bodies have already adjusted for over a year of practicing. So they're used to that. So just stopping now is like, we could do more. But then they're looking at Hinata and how she's just already exhausted. She's already exhausted. Because she's new, she's never really practiced a bit on this kind of level of standby. So this could slow them down. Because what if she's not good enough to be part of Love Live and they don't win it? And so Cuckoo might have to go home. And so you can see the conversation with Surmai and Cuckoo and stuff. They're doing their back and forth besides when they're not dogging on each other. They're really concerned for each other. They have that Maki and Nico relationship in a way where they just can't stop. But this is when they had talk, is where she feels like she's slowing them down. Maybe she shouldn't be part of the idol club. And then May have that speech saying, screw what everyone else says, see it through to the end, give it your all, and just go for it. That's all you can do. So after that, they decided, let's go back to our regular schedule and just make things, we'll show them our efforts through our performance. Hopefully it will reach them, their feelings will reach them. So, that being said, this is what I wanted to talk about. And it really made me thinking about how here in the West, mainly in the West, how we lower the standards for people to get into certain things. Because in this day and age, everything has to be for everyone. If it's too hard or there's something they don't like about it, they feel like that person, that individual, must have their standards met instead of it being the other way around. For you to get into something, for you to be part of something, you yourself must be adjusted to it in order to be a part of it. It could be a video game, comic books, a franchise, gaming, all that stuff. But now these days, it feels like even school or joining clubs, being in the military. These days where it has to be, you have to meet those standards in order to be part of that thing. But now, today, it feels like they now adjust for you. And it's mainly the certain individual. So you adjust, the corporations and et cetera, adjust themselves for that individual so they can be a part of it. But then when they're a part of it, it kind of slows the others down. I'm not gonna lie, it slows the others down. The participation trophies, letting people in because they want to be in, but they're not good enough, or they shouldn't be in. In a way, it kind of slows down the activity, the hobby, the sport, whatever it may be. It may change it for the better or for the worse. It's a gamble. But either way, it's not good, in my opinion. It's nice that you find a way to help someone to adjust to a program, but if you have to really lower your standards and weaken yourself in order for that person to be in, that should be a sign of when you should stop. I know it sounds harsh, but you're trying to aim for the top. You're trying to become the best that you can be. You put everything into it, and now you have to adjust everything for that said person or other small few individuals so they can be in, so their feelings won't get hurt. But what if they don't adjust? What if they don't become good at it and stuff? What if it becomes a crutch? Then next you know, you're not where you want to be because that's that person. It can go both ways. Sometimes maybe it is too much and you adjust it and then that person adjusts onto it. And then you can go back to the normal schedule and then everyone's on the same wavelength. They can do that too. But what if it don't go like that? What if that person is just comfortable there and doesn't want to be boosted up? They just want to be part of it, but they don't really want to go anywhere. I'm just speaking of a realistic standpoint. If I've seen it tons of times. I've seen it in the military now, where they lower certain criteria for certain individuals to pass a test or to do something so they can have this certain amount of people into a certain section. And it just slows everyone else down, all the other people who worked hard to get where they're at. And they're looking at the other person like, yo, what the heck? And it slows the people down who've been there for a while. It's like, oh my goodness, they have to clean up their mess. I'm only saying this on speaking of the personal experience, man. It's not good. But anyways, I feel like this was a very important episode when it comes to standards. When is a good time to lower standards, expectations, and to adjust to a certain length for other people to be in. You know, what do you think? It depends on each subject and each hobby and etc. etc. But at the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself, is it for the best? Is it for the best? But yeah, I think that's all I got for this one. It was very important. It hit me very hard when it comes to me thinking about this entire expectations. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit the bell icon. This has been Madcrown, all anime, signing out.